Introduction. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, things just don't seem to go your way? Like you're pushing against an invisible wall, chasing what always seems just out of reach. It's exhausting, isn't it? The endless pursuit, the overthinking, and the constant struggle to control outcomes can leave you feeling defeated and disconnected from what truly matters. What if the secret to a happier, more fulfilling life isn't in trying harder, but in letting go? In this book, Stoic Ranger invites us to explore the art of surrender, embracing the natural flow of life instead of forcing it. Through timeless wisdom and practical insights, the author reveals why releasing control can help you find peace, purpose, and the opportunities you've been searching for all along. This is more than just a book. It's a guide to transforming your perspective and unlocking the power of effortless living. Chapter 1. Trust the timing of your life. Everything in life happens at its own perfect time, just as nature moves through its seasons without rushing or hesitation. The flowers bloom in spring, the leaves fall in autumn, and the snow blankets the earth in winter, all at their appointed time. Similarly, the events in your life are meant to unfold when the moment is right, not a second earlier or later. When we become impatient and try to force things to happen sooner, it often leads to frustration and disappointment because we're working against the natural flow. Think about planting a seed. You can water it, nurture it, and provide sunlight, but you cannot make it grow overnight. It will sprout, bloom, and bear fruit when it is ready. Trusting the timing of your life is about having faith that the universe, or whatever you believe guides your journey, knows when the conditions are perfect for you to thrive. Instead of resisting or rushing, focus on aligning yourself with this rhythm. By being patient and present, you'll find that life unfolds in ways far more beautiful and harmonious than you could ever have forced or imagined. Sometimes delays or obstacles feel like setbacks, but they're often blessings in disguise. They may be preparing you for something greater or protecting you from paths not meant for you. Trust that even when things seem slow or stagnant, growth is happening beneath the surface. Remember, life isn't a race. It's a journey meant to be experienced step by step. When you trust the timing of your life, you allow yourself to let go of unnecessary stress and pressure. You start living in the present moment instead of constantly worrying about the future. Life becomes less about chasing and more about embracing. Learn to enjoy the process, no matter how long it takes, because each moment carries a lesson, a purpose, and an opportunity for growth. The right things will come to you, not through force, but when the universe knows you are ready to receive them. Chapter 2. Acceptance brings freedom. Life is full of uncertainties and not everything will go as planned. Yet resisting or fighting against what we cannot change only adds to our suffering. Acceptance is the first step toward finding peace, even in the face of challenges or disappointments. It doesn't mean giving up or settling for less. It means acknowledging the reality of a situation without judgment or resistance. This mindset allows you to free yourself from the heavy burden of trying to control every aspect of your life. Imagine you're caught in a storm. You can't stop the rain or change the wind, but you can choose how you respond. You can resist and be miserable, or you can find shelter, wait it out, and learn to appreciate the calm that follows. When you accept things as they are, you give yourself the space to focus on what truly matters, your next steps, your growth, and your inner peace. Acceptance is also about releasing the need to label situations as good or bad. Sometimes, what seems like a failure can lead to an unexpected opportunity. For instance, losing a job might feel devastating, but it could also open the door to a new career path or a chance to pursue something you're passionate about. When you stop resisting, you create room for new possibilities to emerge. Letting go of control doesn't mean you're powerless. It means you trust in your ability to adapt and grow. This trust is where true freedom lies. You free yourself from the emotional weight of frustration, regret, or resentment, and begin to live in harmony with life's natural flow. Acceptance teaches you to see beauty even in imperfection and to find strength in adversity. In relationships, acceptance allows you to embrace people as they are, rather than trying to change them to fit your expectations. This doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior, but rather understanding that everyone is on their own journey. When you accept others, you build stronger, more authentic connections. Ultimately, acceptance brings a sense of liberation. It helps you move forward with grace, even when life doesn't go according to your plans. It's a reminder that peace is not found in controlling the world around you, but in how you respond to it. Chapter 3. Forcing creates resistance. When you try to force things in life, you often find that they don't work out as planned. Whether it's pushing for a relationship, rushing a career decision, or demanding quick results in personal growth, forcing creates resistance, not just from the situation, but within yourself. It's like trying to push a heavy door that opens by pulling. The more you struggle, the more stuck you feel. Life is much like a flowing river. If you fight against the current, you waste energy and risk exhaustion, but if you learn to float and navigate with the flow, the journey becomes smoother and more enjoyable. Forcing things is often rooted in fear or impatience, fear that things won't happen the way you want, or impatience to see results immediately. But this mindset blocks the natural rhythm of life and blinds you to opportunities that might arise naturally. Think of relationships as an example. Trying to force someone to love you or act a certain way often leads to tension and misunderstandings. True connections flourish when they are nurtured with patience and respect, not pressure. Similarly, in your career, forcing a job or project to work when it clearly isn't aligned with your values or skills often results in burnout and dissatisfaction. Resistance isn't just external, it happens within you too. Forcing something often creates inner conflict, a feeling of being out of sync with your intuition or true desires. This misalignment can lead to stress, frustration, and even self-doubt. The more you try to force something, the further you move away from the natural solutions waiting to unfold. Letting go of the need to force doesn't mean giving up. It means redirecting your energy. Instead of pushing, focus on taking inspired actions that feel natural and aligned. Trust that if something is meant to be, it will come together without excessive struggle. Remember, the universe works best when you cooperate with its flow rather than trying to control it. Sometimes, stepping back and giving space is all it takes for things to fall into place. When you stop forcing and start trusting, you'll find that life moves with a grace and ease you never thought possible. Resistance fades, and clarity takes its place. Chapter 4. Detachment opens doors. One of the greatest misconceptions in life is that holding on tightly to something guarantees its success. Whether it's a dream, a relationship, or a specific outcome, clinging too hard can often do more harm than good. Detachment, on the other hand, is a powerful practice that allows you to let go of the constant need for control, opening the doors to possibilities you might never have imagined. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or stop putting in effort. It simply means releasing your attachment to a specific result and trusting that whatever unfolds is for your highest good. Imagine you're holding on to a handful of sand. The tighter you grip, the more the sand slips through your fingers. But when you hold it gently, the sand remains in your palm. Life is similar. Forcing outcomes often leads to frustration. But when you let go, you make room for opportunities to flow naturally. Detachment allows you to focus on the present moment rather than obsessing over what might happen in the future. For instance, if you're pursuing a career goal, detachment helps you work hard and give your best without being paralyzed by the fear of failure or the desperate need for success. This balanced mindset not only reduces stress, but also helps you perform better because your energy isn't drained by worry or anxiety. In relationships, detachment is equally transformative. Loving someone doesn't mean trying to control their actions or feelings. True love is rooted in freedom, where both individuals have space to grow and be themselves. When you detach from expectations, such as how someone should behave or how a relationship should progress, you foster a healthier connection. You allow the relationship to thrive on mutual respect and authenticity rather than fear or pressure. Detachment also teaches you resilience. Life is unpredictable, and not everything will go your way. When you're overly attached to a particular outcome, setbacks can feel devastating. But when you're detached, you're better equipped to adapt and pivot because your sense of self-worth isn't tied to a single success or failure. You learn to trust that even if one door closes, another will open in its place. One of the most profound benefits of detachment is the clarity it brings. When you're not consumed by the need to control every detail, you can see the bigger picture more clearly. You start to notice opportunities, ideas, and solutions that might have been hidden when you were too focused on one specific path. This openness often leads to creative breakthroughs and unexpected blessings. Practicing detachment requires cultivating trust in yourself, in the process of life, and, if you're spiritually inclined, in a higher power. It's about believing that what's meant for you will come, and what isn't meant for you will pass. This trust allows you to approach life with a sense of peace, knowing that you don't have to force or chase after anything. Detachment doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill that grows with time and practice. Start by recognizing areas in your life where you feel overly attached. Ask yourself why you're clinging so tightly and whether that attachment is truly serving you. Replace fear-based thoughts with affirmations of trust, such as, "I release what's not meant for me and welcome what is." Detachment is about liberation. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of expectations and embracing the flow of life. When you let go, you're not giving up. You're creating space for better things to enter. Detachment opens doors you didn't even know existed, leading to a life that's richer, fuller, and more aligned with your true self. Chapter 5. Your energy speaks louder than words. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the mood, whether it was welcoming and warm or tense and uncomfortable? That's the power of energy. Your energy, the way you carry yourself, and the vibrations you send out into the world speak louder than any words ever could. It's a reflection of your inner state and has a profound impact on the people, situations, and opportunities you attract into your life. When you're desperate, anxious, or trying too hard to force something to happen, that energy is palpable. It creates tension not only within yourself, but also in those around you. People can sense when someone is pushing too hard, and this often leads to resistance or avoidance. Think about a salesperson who is overly eager and persistent. It can feel overwhelming and even off-putting. Contrast this with someone who is confident, calm, and genuine. Their energy naturally draws you in. Your energy is a mirror of your thoughts and emotions. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, or frustration, it will reflect in your demeanor, your tone of voice, body language, and even the way you interact with others. On the other hand, when you cultivate inner peace, confidence, and positivity, it radiates outward, creating a magnetic effect. People are drawn to calm, balanced energy because it feels safe and uplifting. Imagine you're in a professional setting, like a job interview or a meeting. Even if you've prepared the perfect answers or presentation, your energy will set the tone. If you exude nervousness or doubt, it can overshadow your words. But if you walk in with a composed and confident energy, it instantly creates trust and leaves a lasting impression. This principle applies to every area of life, from relationships to career and personal growth. One of the most powerful ways to elevate your energy is by aligning with your authentic self. When you're true to who you are, you naturally emit a higher vibration. Pretending to be someone you're not, or trying to fit into someone else's expectations, only drains your energy and creates a sense of disconnection. Authenticity, on the other hand, builds trust and fosters deeper connections because it allows others to see and appreciate the real you. Another key to managing your energy is mindfulness. Pay attention to how you feel in different situations and around certain people. Are you energized and inspired, or drained and tense? This awareness helps you make conscious choices about where and with whom you spend your energy. Surrounding yourself with positive influences and environments can greatly enhance your vibration and, in turn, attract better outcomes. It's also important to take care of your physical and emotional well-being. Regular exercise, healthy nutrition, quality sleep, and practices like meditation or journaling help maintain a balanced and vibrant energy field. When your body and mind are nourished, you're better equipped to handle challenges and radiate positivity. Your energy is also deeply influenced by your intentions. When your actions are driven by love, compassion, and genuine purpose, it creates a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. For example, if you're working on a project with the intention of helping others rather than just seeking personal gain, your energy will inspire and motivate those involved. On the contrary, when your intentions are rooted in fear or selfishness, it creates a disconnect that people can sense, even if they don't consciously realize it. Understanding the power of energy also helps you in letting go of the need to force outcomes. When you trust your energy and focus on being aligned with your values and goals, you'll notice that the right people, opportunities, and experiences naturally gravitate toward you. There's no need to chase or manipulate. Your energy does the work for you. Your energy is your personal signature. It's what people remember long after the words have faded. By nurturing a calm, confident, and authentic energy, you not only transform your own life, but also uplift those around you. It's a silent but powerful force that opens doors, strengthens relationships, and creates a life filled with harmony and abundance. Chapter 6. Growth happens in stillness. In a world that constantly glorifies hustle and speed, stillness can feel counterproductive. Many people associate growth with relentless effort, pushing through challenges and being in constant motion. But true growth, the kind that transforms your life from the inside out, often happens in the quiet moments of stillness. These are the times when you pause, reflect, and allow yourself the space to understand who you are and where you're going. Think about nature. A tree doesn't grow by constantly stretching upward. Its most vital growth happens beneath the surface, where roots expand silently and steadily, anchoring the tree so it can stand tall and weather any storm. Similarly, your personal growth often occurs in the moments when you're not actively pushing forward, but instead nurturing your inner foundation. Stillness allows you to process your experiences. In the rush of everyday life, it's easy to move from one task to the next without truly absorbing what you've learned or felt. When you take time to be still, you can reflect on your journey, your successes, your challenges, and the lessons you've gained along the way. This reflection helps you grow by giving you clarity and direction for the future. In stillness, you also reconnect with your intuition, your inner voice, the one that knows what you truly want and need, often gets drowned out by the noise of the external world. When you slow down and listen, you tap into a well of wisdom that guides you toward choices and actions that align with your authentic self. This connection to your intuition is crucial for growth because it ensures that the steps you take are meaningful and purposeful. One of the most overlooked aspects of stillness is its ability to heal. When you're constantly moving and pushing, you might not even realize how much emotional or mental strain you're carrying. Stillness gives you the chance to acknowledge your pain, release it, and begin the healing process. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, these moments of pause can be incredibly restorative, giving you the strength to move forward. Stillness is also where creativity thrives. When your mind isn't preoccupied with to-do lists or the pressure to perform, it has the freedom to explore new ideas and perspectives. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators credit their breakthroughs to moments of solitude and quiet reflection. By allowing yourself the gift of stillness, you open the door to creativity that can inspire and elevate your life. Another significant benefit of stillness is the ability to embrace patience. Growth is rarely instantaneous. It's a gradual process that unfolds over time. When you're still, you learn to trust the process rather than rushing to see results. For example, if you're learning a new skill or working toward a long-term goal, stillness helps you appreciate the small steps and incremental progress that are often overlooked in the pursuit of big achievements. Stillness also teaches you to find peace in the present moment. So much of life's stress comes from worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. When you practice stillness, you train your mind to focus on the here and now. This mindfulness not only reduces anxiety, but also allows you to fully experience and enjoy the richness of life as it unfolds. It's important to understand that stillness doesn't mean doing nothing or being stagnant. It's an intentional act of pausing to recharge, reflect, and realign. Just as athletes need rest days to recover and build strength, you need moments of stillness to grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Without these pauses, you risk burnout or losing sight of what truly matters. To cultivate stillness in your life, start by setting aside time each day for quiet reflection. This could be as simple as 5 minutes of deep breathing, sitting in nature, or journaling your thoughts. Gradually, you'll find that these moments of stillness become a source of strength and clarity, helping you navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Growth in stillness is about trusting that sometimes the most profound transformations happen not when you're actively doing, but when you're simply being. Embrace the quiet moments. They're not wasted time. They're the fertile ground where your deepest roots take hold, preparing you to rise taller and stronger than ever before. Chapter 7. What's meant for you will find you. In life, we often feel the need to chase after things, opportunities, relationships, success, as if they're fleeting prizes that might slip away if we don't run fast enough. But what if the truth is much simpler? What's truly meant for you will find its way into your life, no matter how long it takes or what obstacles arise. This idea is not about passivity or wishful thinking. It's about cultivating trust and understanding that the right things will align with you naturally when the time is right. Imagine you're holding a magnet. When it's placed near a compatible object, the object is drawn to it effortlessly. The same principle applies to your life. When you're aligned with your true self and living with authenticity, you naturally attract the people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with your energy. These things don't require force or manipulation. They come to you because they're meant for you. However, trusting that what's meant for you will find you doesn't mean sitting idly by and waiting for life to happen. It means taking inspired action toward your goals while letting go of the obsession with controlling every detail. For example, if you're pursuing a career goal, work hard, develop your skills, and stay committed. But don't stress over every setback or try to force outcomes that don't feel right. Trust that the right opportunities will come when you're ready to embrace them. Letting go of control is often the hardest part of this lesson. As humans, we crave certainty and want to dictate how and when things will happen. But life doesn't work that way. Sometimes the universe has a better plan for you, one that you can't see yet. A door closing might feel like rejection, but it could be redirecting you to a path that's far better suited for you. By letting go of the need to force things, you open yourself to these unexpected blessings. Consider relationships as another example. Trying to hold on to someone who isn't meant for you only leads to pain and disappointment. But when you let go and trust that the right people will enter your life, you create space for genuine connections to flourish. The people who are meant for you will stay, not because you chased them, but because they were aligned with your journey. Trusting that what's meant for you will find you also brings a sense of peace and reduces unnecessary stress. When you stop chasing and start trusting, you free yourself from the pressure of always needing to be in control. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges or setbacks. It simply means you'll approach them with a calmer and more open mindset, knowing that everything is happening for a reason, even if you can't see it yet. This mindset also helps you appreciate the present moment. When you're no longer fixated on what's missing or what you're trying to achieve, you can focus on what you already have. Gratitude becomes a powerful tool in this process. By being thankful for your current blessings, you raise your energy and attract even more positivity into your life. Another key aspect of this lesson is patience. Trusting that what's meant for you will find you doesn't mean it will happen overnight. Sometimes the waiting period feels long and doubt begins to creep in. But remember, the best things in life often take time. Just as a seed takes months or even years to grow into a tree, the things meant for you require nurturing, patience, and faith. It's also important to note that what's meant for you doesn't always arrive in the way you expect. Life has a way of surprising us, and sometimes the blessings meant for us are disguised as challenges or detours. A failed plan might lead to a better opportunity. A heartbreak might pave the way for deeper love. By staying open and flexible, you allow life to bring you what you truly need, even if it doesn't match your initial expectations. Trusting that what's meant for you will find you is about embracing the flow of life. It's about knowing that you don't have to chase, force, or struggle to get what's yours. Instead, focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and everything meant for you will align naturally. This trust brings peace, clarity, and a sense of purpose, allowing you to move through life with grace and confidence. Chapter 8. Embrace the flow of life. Life is like a river, constantly moving, changing, and flowing toward its destination. Yet so many of us resist this natural flow, trying to swim upstream or control the current. Embracing the flow of life is about letting go of the need to control everything and learning to move in harmony with the rhythm of existence. It's a lesson in surrender, trust, and adaptability that can transform the way you experience life. Imagine a leaf floating on a river. The leaf doesn't fight the current or try to direct its path. It simply goes where the water takes it. Similarly, when you embrace the flow of life, you allow things to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean you stop setting goals or making plans, but it does mean releasing your attachment to specific outcomes and trusting that life's current will guide you to where you're meant to be. One of the most significant barriers to embracing the flow of life is fear. We fear uncertainty, failure, and the unknown. This fear often leads us to cling to control, trying to micromanage every aspect of our lives. But the truth is, control is an illusion. No matter how carefully you plan, life will always bring surprises, some pleasant, others challenging. By embracing the flow, you shift your focus from trying to control what's outside of you to mastering your response to whatever comes your way. Embracing life's flow also means learning to let go of resistance. Resistance occurs when you fight against what is, whether it's a difficult situation, an unexpected change, or an outcome you didn't want. This resistance creates stress, frustration, and emotional exhaustion. But when you accept and adapt to what's happening, you conserve your energy and find solutions more easily. For example, if you lose a job, resisting the loss by dwelling on the past won't help. Instead, accepting the situation and looking for new opportunities allows you to move forward with hope and resilience. Flexibility is a crucial part of flowing with life. Just as a river bends and twists to navigate obstacles in its path, you too must learn to adapt when faced with challenges. Rigidity, insisting that things must go a certain way, only leads to disappointment. Flexibility, on the other hand, allows you to pivot, change direction, and find new paths when needed. This adaptability is a strength that ensures you can navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with grace. Another important aspect of embracing life's flow is living in the present moment. So much of our stress comes from either worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. The river of life flows in the present, and by staying present you can fully experience its beauty and lessons. Mindfulness practices such as meditation or simply taking a few moments to breathe deeply help anchor you in the now, where life truly happens. When you embrace the flow, you also open yourself to serendipity and synchronicity. Life has a way of presenting opportunities, people, and experiences that are perfectly timed for your growth and happiness. These moments often come when you least expect them and can't be forced or planned. By being open and receptive, you allow these gifts to enter your life. It's also important to trust the natural pace of your journey. Life isn't a race, and everyone's path is unique. Comparing yourself to others or rushing to achieve certain milestones can lead to unnecessary pressure and dissatisfaction. Instead, trust that your life is unfolding exactly as it should, at a pace that's right for you. Each step, no matter how small, is part of the bigger picture. Embracing the flow doesn't mean life will always be easy. There will be times when the current feels turbulent and you may feel like you're being swept away. In these moments, remember that even the roughest waters eventually calm. Trust in your ability to navigate the challenges and keep moving forward. Every experience, whether smooth or difficult, contributes to your growth and shapes who you are. Embracing the flow of life is about releasing resistance, trusting in the process, and living with a sense of peace and purpose. It's a reminder that you don't have to fight the current to reach your destination. By surrendering to the flow, you allow life to guide you to places you never dreamed possible, enriching your journey in ways that only the river of life can. Chapter 9. The Art of Letting Go. Letting go is one of life's most challenging yet liberating lessons. Whether it's releasing a past hurt, an unfulfilled dream, or a toxic relationship, the act of letting go allows you to free yourself from the weight that holds you back. It's not about forgetting or dismissing the value of what you're letting go of. It's about recognizing that clinging to it no longer serves your growth or happiness. Life is a series of chapters, and each chapter must end for the next one to begin. Holding on to the past can keep you stuck, unable to fully embrace the present or look forward to the future. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with unnecessary items. The longer you carry it, the more tired and burdened you feel. Letting go is like unpacking that backpack, keeping only what you need, and moving forward with lightness and freedom. Letting go begins with acceptance. It requires acknowledging the reality of your situation without judgment or denial. For instance, if a relationship has ended, accepting that it's over doesn't mean you don't care, or that the experience wasn't meaningful. It simply means recognizing that it's time to move on, allowing both yourself and the other person the space to grow. This acceptance is the foundation of letting go. It gives you permission to release the emotional attachment that keeps you tethered to the past. Forgiveness is another essential part of letting go. Forgiving someone, or even yourself, isn't about condoning harmful behavior or forgetting what happened. It's about releasing the anger, resentment, or guilt that weighs heavily on your heart. Holding on to these emotions only harms you, not the person or situation you're upset about. Forgiveness is an act of self-love. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional prison that prevents you from moving forward. Fear often plays a significant role in why we struggle to let go. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, or fear of losing a part of our identity can make us cling to what's familiar, even if it's no longer healthy or fulfilling. But the truth is, letting go creates space for new opportunities and experiences. It allows you to step into the unknown with courage, trusting that what's ahead may be even better than what you're leaving behind. The process of letting go also involves releasing the need for control. So much of our attachment comes from wanting to control outcomes, people, or situations. But the reality is, control is an illusion. The more you try to hold on, the more resistance you create. Letting go means surrendering to the natural flow of life, trusting that what's meant for you will stay, and what isn't will fall away. Mindfulness can be a powerful tool in the practice of letting go. When you focus on the present moment, you're less likely to dwell on the past or worry about the future. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can help you process your emotions and release attachments. By grounding yourself in the here and now, you can find peace in the act of letting go. It's important to remember that letting go is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. There may be days when you feel like you've moved on, only to have memories or emotions resurface unexpectedly. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Growth isn't linear, and healing takes time. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to freedom. Letting go also opens the door to self-discovery. When you release what no longer serves you, you create space to explore who you are and what you truly want. It's an opportunity to redefine your priorities, set new goals, and embrace the person you're becoming. This newfound clarity can lead to a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. The art of letting go is about trusting in life's impermanence. Everything is temporary. The pain, the joy, the struggles, and the triumphs. When you let go, you're not giving up. You're making room for new possibilities. It's a declaration that you're ready to move forward, to grow, and to embrace whatever comes next with an open heart and mind. Letting go is not the end. It's the beginning of a brighter, lighter, and more authentic version of yourself. Chapter 10. Find peace in imperfection. Perfection is an illusion that many of us chase, often at the cost of our happiness and peace of mind. We strive for flawless performances, ideal relationships, and perfect outcomes, only to find ourselves frustrated and disappointed when reality doesn't align with our expectations. But the truth is, life isn't perfect, and it's not meant to be. Finding peace in imperfection is about embracing the beauty of life as it is, messy, unpredictable, and wonderfully imperfect. From a young age, we're conditioned to believe that success, happiness, and even self-worth are tied to perfection. We think we need to look a certain way, achieve specific goals, or have everything under control to feel valued. But this mindset only sets us up for failure because perfection is unattainable. Life is full of variables beyond our control, and no one has everything figured out. Accepting this truth is the first step toward finding peace in imperfection. Think about nature. A tree doesn't grow in a perfectly straight line, and its branches don't all look the same. Yet its imperfection is what makes it beautiful. The same principle applies to people and life itself. It's our flaws, quirks, and unique experiences that make us who we are. Embracing these imperfections allows us to see ourselves and others with greater compassion and understanding. One of the biggest barriers to finding peace in imperfection is the fear of judgment. We worry about what others will think if we make a mistake or fall short of their expectations. This fear often leads us to hide our true selves, pretend to be perfect, or overwork ourselves, trying to achieve impossible standards. But the reality is, no one is paying as much attention to your perceived flaws as you think. Most people are too focused on their own lives to judge you as harshly as you judge yourself. Letting go of the need for perfection also means embracing vulnerability. When you allow yourself to be imperfect, you give yourself permission to be real. Vulnerability fosters genuine connections because it shows others that you're human, just like them. It's through shared imperfections that we build trust and empathy in our relationships. Another key to finding peace in imperfection is learning to see mistakes as opportunities for growth. Instead of fearing failure, view it as a stepping stone on your journey. Every mistake teaches you something valuable, whether it's a lesson about resilience, creativity, or self-awareness. When you shift your perspective, you begin to appreciate the imperfections in your path as essential parts of your growth. Perfectionism often leads to burnout because it pushes you to constantly do more, be more, and achieve more. But when you accept imperfection, you allow yourself to rest, recharge, and prioritize what truly matters. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals or settling for mediocrity. It means recognizing that progress, not perfection, is the real measure of success. Practicing gratitude is another powerful way to find peace in imperfection. Instead of focusing on what's missing or what could be better, take time to appreciate what you already have. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, helping you see the value in life's imperfections. For example, a home may not be perfectly decorated, but it's filled with love and memories. A job might not be ideal, but it provides opportunities to learn and grow. Finding peace in imperfection also requires being present. When you're constantly striving for an ideal future, you miss out on the beauty of the moment. Life's most meaningful moments are often unscripted and imperfect. A messy family dinner, a spontaneous laugh with a friend, or a quiet walk in nature. By being present, you can fully experience and cherish these moments for what they are, not what they could be. Remember that imperfection is what makes life interesting and meaningful. If everything were perfect, there would be no challenges to overcome, no lessons to learn, and no stories to tell. Embracing imperfection doesn't mean you stop trying to improve or achieve your goals. It simply means you stop attaching your worth or happiness to the outcome. Finding peace in imperfection is about giving yourself and others grace. It's about celebrating progress over perfection, appreciating the journey, and finding joy in the beautifully imperfect moments that make up your life. When you let go of the impossible standard of perfection, you free yourself to live authentically, love wholeheartedly, and experience life in its fullest, messiest, and most meaningful form. Chapter 11. The Power of Patience. In an era of instant gratification, patience feels like a lost art. We want everything now: the dream job, the perfect relationship, the results of our hard work. But life doesn't operate on demand. It unfolds at its own pace, and learning to cultivate patience is one of the most transformative lessons you can embrace. Patience isn't about passively waiting. It's about trusting the process, staying committed, and finding peace in the journey. Imagine planting a seed in the soil. You can't force it to grow overnight, no matter how much water or sunlight you give it. Growth happens gradually, unseen at first, as the roots take hold underground. Similarly, the seeds of your efforts, dreams, and desires need time to take root and flourish. Patience is what allows you to nurture those seeds without giving up or rushing the process. One of the most challenging aspects of patience is managing frustration when things don't go as planned. It's easy to feel disheartened when progress seems slow or setbacks arise. But often, these delays serve a purpose. They give you time to develop the skills, resilience, and understanding you need to handle the blessings or opportunities that are coming your way. Without patience, you risk sabotaging your own growth by forcing outcomes that aren't ready to unfold. Patience also teaches you the value of persistence. Success is rarely achieved in a straight line. It's a series of small, consistent steps that lead to meaningful results. For instance, if you're learning a new skill, patience allows you to embrace the process of practice and improvement, even when progress feels slow. Every small effort adds up over time, and the more patient you are, the more likely you are to achieve your goals. Another powerful aspect of patience is its ability to strengthen relationships. In any connection, whether it's with a partner, family member, or friend, patience allows you to give others the space to grow, learn, and make mistakes. It helps you approach conflicts with understanding rather than frustration, and gives you the ability to truly listen and empathize. Patience is the foundation of trust and mutual respect in any relationship. Patience also fosters a sense of gratitude. When you slow down and stop rushing to the next milestone, you begin to appreciate where you are right now. Life's greatest joys are often found in the present moment: watching a sunset, sharing a laugh with a loved one, or savoring a quiet cup of tea. By practicing patience, you open yourself to fully experiencing these moments instead of constantly striving for what's next. One of the greatest challenges to patience is comparison. In a world where social media highlights everyone else's achievements, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. But comparison is the enemy of patience. Everyone's journey is unique, and progress happens at different speeds for different people. When you focus on your own path and trust your timing, you free yourself from the pressure of trying to keep up with others. Patience is also deeply connected to faith. Faith in yourself, in the process, and in the timing of life. It's about trusting that the work you're putting in will bear fruit, even if you can't see the results yet. This trust allows you to let go of anxiety and desperation, replacing them with a calm confidence that everything is unfolding as it should. Cultivating patience takes practice. Start by becoming aware of the areas in your life where you feel the most impatient. Is it in your career, relationships, or personal growth? Once you identify these areas, remind yourself that progress takes time and that every small step matters. Develop habits that help you stay grounded, such as mindfulness, journaling, or spending time in nature. These practices can help you shift your focus from what's missing to what's already present. Patience is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's the ability to endure, to persist, and to maintain a positive outlook even when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. It's a reminder that the most meaningful things in life, love, success, personal growth, cannot be rushed. They require time, effort, and trust. The power of patience lies in its ability to bring peace to your life. When you stop rushing and start trusting, you discover a sense of ease and clarity. You realize that life isn't a race, but a journey meant to be savored. By embracing patience, you create space for growth, joy, and fulfillment to flow naturally, transforming not just your outlook, but your entire experience of life. Chapter 12. Gratitude unlocks true abundance. In the pursuit of happiness and success, it's easy to focus on what's missing, the things we don't have, the goals we haven't achieved, or the milestones we haven't reached. But true abundance isn't about having everything. It's about appreciating everything you already have. Gratitude is the key that unlocks this abundance, transforming your perspective and enriching every aspect of your life. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a mindset, a way of seeing the world through a lens of appreciation. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from lack to abundance, from what's wrong to what's right. This shift doesn't just change your thoughts, it changes your energy. Gratitude creates a positive vibration that attracts more of what you're thankful for, enhancing your relationships, opportunities, and overall well-being. Consider the power of gratitude in your daily life. Waking up and appreciating the simple things, a roof over your head, food to eat, the warmth of the sun, grounds you in the present moment. It reminds you that no matter how big or small, there's always something to be thankful for. Even in challenging times, gratitude helps you find silver linings and lessons, giving you strength and perspective to face difficulties with resilience. Gratitude has profound effects on your mental and emotional health. Research shows that practicing gratitude reduces stress, improves mood, and fosters a greater sense of happiness. When you focus on what you're grateful for, your brain releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, creating a natural boost to your well-being. Gratitude also counteracts negative emotions like envy, frustration, and regret, helping you cultivate a more balanced and positive outlook on life. In relationships, gratitude is transformative. Expressing appreciation for the people in your life strengthens your bonds and deepens your connections. Whether it's a heartfelt thank you to a friend, acknowledging your partner's efforts, or simply being present and kind, these small acts of gratitude create a ripple effect of love and kindness. When people feel valued and appreciated, they're more likely to reciprocate, creating a cycle of positivity and support. Gratitude also helps you embrace the present moment. So often, we get caught up in chasing the next goal or milestone, believing that happiness lies in the future. But gratitude anchors you in the now, reminding you that life is happening right here, right now. It teaches you to savor the journey rather than constantly striving for the destination. The cup of coffee in your hands, the laughter of a loved one, the beauty of a sunset. Gratitude allows you to fully experience and cherish these fleeting moments. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is its ability to reframe challenges. Life is filled with ups and downs, but gratitude helps you see obstacles as opportunities for growth. For example, losing a job might seem like a setback, but gratitude allows you to focus on the skills you've gained, the lessons you've learned, and the new doors that may open as a result. Gratitude doesn't deny pain or hardship, it helps you navigate them with grace and resilience. Gratitude also cultivates contentment, which is a vital ingredient for lasting happiness. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, more success, more possessions, more recognition. Gratitude reminds us that we already have enough. It shifts your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment, helping you find joy in the simple, everyday blessings of life. Practicing gratitude is a habit that anyone can develop. Start by keeping a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day. These can be as simple as a kind word from a stranger or as profound as your health and family. Over time, this practice trains your mind to look for the positive, making gratitude an automatic response. You can also incorporate gratitude into your daily routine by taking moments to pause and reflect. During meals, before bed, or even in the middle of a busy day, take a few deep breaths and think about what you're grateful for. This practice doesn't take much time, but it can have a profound impact on your mood and perspective. Gratitude is a way of life. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the good, no matter how small, and letting that appreciation guide your thoughts and actions. Gratitude unlocks true abundance by teaching you that happiness isn't found in having everything, but in appreciating what you have. When you live with gratitude, you radiate positivity and attract more reasons to be thankful. You become a source of inspiration and light to those around you, and your life becomes a reflection of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. In the end, gratitude isn't just a practice, it's a path to living a richer, more meaningful life. Chapter 13. The Strength in Vulnerability. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness. Society teaches us to put on a brave face, to mask our struggles, and to project an image of strength at all times. But true strength lies not in hiding your emotions or pretending everything is perfect. It lies in the courage to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is the foundation of authenticity, connection, and growth. When you allow yourself to be seen as you truly are, you unlock a power that transforms your relationships, your self-worth, and your entire life. Being vulnerable means opening yourself up, even when there's a risk of being hurt. It's sharing your feelings, admitting when you're struggling, and showing your authentic self without fear of judgment. While it might feel uncomfortable or scary, vulnerability creates space for deeper connections and mutual understanding. It's what allows people to truly see you and connect with you on a meaningful level. Consider your closest relationships, your partner, family, or best friends. These bonds are likely strongest when they're built on trust and honesty. When you're vulnerable with someone, you show them that you trust them with your thoughts, emotions, and fears. This act of trust encourages them to do the same, creating a cycle of openness and authenticity that strengthens the relationship. Vulnerability is the bridge that connects hearts and minds. Vulnerability also fosters self-acceptance. When you allow yourself to be open about your imperfections, you begin to let go of the unrealistic expectations you may have placed on yourself. Instead of striving for perfection or hiding your flaws, you learn to embrace them as part of what makes you human. This self-compassion is a powerful step toward building self-esteem and inner peace. One of the greatest fears of vulnerability is rejection. We worry that if we show our true selves, others might not accept us. But rejection doesn't define your worth. It reflects compatibility. Not everyone will understand you or support you, and that's okay. Vulnerability helps you filter out the relationships and situations that aren't meant for you, allowing you to focus on the ones that are. The right people will value and cherish your authenticity. Vulnerability is also a key driver of personal growth. When you're honest about your struggles and challenges, you create opportunities to learn and improve. For example, admitting that you don't know something opens the door to gaining new knowledge. Sharing your fears with a trusted friend can provide comfort and new perspectives. Vulnerability isn't about staying in a place of weakness. It's about using that openness as a starting point for growth and strength. In professional settings, vulnerability can be a game changer. Leaders who are willing to admit mistakes, ask for help, or share their challenges build trust and respect among their teams. This openness fosters a culture of collaboration and innovation because it encourages others to share their ideas and perspectives without fear of judgment. Vulnerability in leadership isn't a liability, it's an asset. Another important aspect of vulnerability is its role in creativity and innovation. Every creative endeavor involves a degree of risk. Putting your ideas, art, or work out into the world means exposing yourself to criticism or failure. But vulnerability is what allows you to take those risks. It gives you the courage to try, to create, and to express yourself fully, even if the outcome is uncertain. Some of the greatest achievements and innovations in history were born from individuals who dared to be vulnerable. Practicing vulnerability requires letting go of shame and embracing courage. Shame tells us that our flaws or mistakes make us unworthy, but vulnerability counters this by reminding us that imperfection is a shared human experience. Everyone struggles, everyone fails, and everyone has fears. When you choose vulnerability, you normalize these experiences and inspire others to do the same. Building vulnerability takes practice. Start by identifying safe spaces and people with whom you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts and feelings. Begin with small acts of openness, such as expressing your appreciation for someone, admitting a fear, or asking for help. As you experience positive outcomes, you'll build confidence in your ability to be vulnerable. It's important to remember that vulnerability doesn't mean exposing every part of yourself to everyone. It's about being selective and intentional, sharing your authentic self with those who have earned your trust. Boundaries are a vital part of healthy vulnerability. They protect your well-being while allowing you to connect meaningfully with others. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. It's the foundation of authenticity, the cornerstone of deep relationships, and the catalyst for personal growth. When you embrace vulnerability, you embrace life in all its messiness and beauty. You allow yourself to be seen, to be known, and to be loved for who you truly are, and in doing so, you inspire others to do the same. Vulnerability is not just a gift you give to others, it's a gift you give to yourself. Chapter 14. The balance between effort and surrender. Life is a delicate dance between effort and surrender. On one hand, effort is essential to achieving your goals and dreams. It's the driving force behind hard work, determination, and persistence. On the other hand, surrender is equally important. It's the act of letting go, trusting the process, and allowing life to unfold as it's meant to. Balancing these two forces is one of the most valuable skills you can cultivate, as it leads to a life of both achievement and peace. Effort is the energy you put into pursuing what matters to you. It's waking up early to work on your goals, staying committed to your passions, and pushing through obstacles when the going gets tough. Without effort, dreams remain unrealized, and potential goes untapped. However, effort alone can sometimes lead to burnout and frustration, especially when it's paired with a need for control or perfection. That's where surrender comes in. Surrender is not about giving up or being passive. It's about releasing your attachment to specific outcomes and trusting that life has its own timing and wisdom. Surrender doesn't negate effort. It complements it by allowing you to let go of unnecessary stress and anxiety. For example, if you're working toward a promotion, effort involves doing your best and showcasing your skills. Surrender, on the other hand, is trusting that if the promotion is meant for you, it will come. even if it's not on your preferred timeline. Finding the balance between effort and surrender begins with understanding what you can control and what you cannot. You can control your actions, your mindset, and your responses, but you cannot control external factors like other people's decisions or unforeseen circumstances. Recognizing this distinction helps you channel your effort where it matters most and surrender the rest. This approach not only reduces stress, but also makes your efforts more effective because they're focused and intentional. One of the most challenging aspects of this balance is learning to let go when things don't go as planned. When you invest time and energy into something, it's natural to want a specific result. But life often has its own plans, and clinging to a fixed outcome can lead to disappointment and resistance. Surrender allows you to flow with life's changes and trust that even setbacks and detours have a purpose. Sometimes, what feels like a failure is actually redirecting you to something better. Balancing effort and surrender also involves cultivating patience. Effort is about taking action, but surrender requires you to wait and trust in the process. This balance is especially important in relationships, where effort means nurturing the connection and showing care, while surrender involves accepting the other person as they are and not trying to control their behavior or choices. Together, effort and surrender create harmony and mutual respect. Another key to finding this balance is mindfulness. When you're fully present in the moment, you can assess whether a situation calls for more effort or more surrender. For example, if you're working on a project and feel stuck, mindfulness allows you to recognize whether you need to push through or take a step back and let things flow naturally. This awareness helps you avoid overexertion or passivity, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your goals and values. Balancing effort and surrender also requires faith in yourself, in the process, and in the universe. Effort is rooted in the belief that you can make a difference, while surrender is rooted in the belief that you're supported by something greater than yourself. Together, they create a powerful synergy that allows you to move forward with confidence and peace. This balance can be seen in nature. Consider the act of planting a garden. Effort involves preparing the soil, planting seeds, and watering them regularly. But after that, surrender takes over. You trust that the sun will shine, the rain will fall, and the seeds will grow in their own time. You can't force the plants to sprout or the flowers to bloom, but your initial effort creates the conditions for growth. Life works in much the same way. Cultivating this balance also involves self-compassion. It's important to recognize that you won't always get it right. There will be times when you push too hard or let go too soon. What matters is learning from these experiences and adjusting as you go. Be gentle with yourself and remember that balance is a practice, not a destination. The balance between effort and surrender is about aligning with the flow of life. It's about showing up fully for what you want while trusting that the universe is working in your favor. When you master this balance, you free yourself from the stress of overexertion and the stagnation of inaction. You create a life that's both purposeful and peaceful, driven by your efforts, yet guided by your trust in the unfolding journey. It's in this balance that true fulfillment lies. Chapter 15. The Wisdom of Listening. In a world that often prioritizes speaking, performing, and proving, the art of listening is frequently overlooked. Yet listening is one of the most powerful tools for connection, understanding, and growth. It's not just about hearing words, it's about truly being present, absorbing what is being said, and responding with empathy and intention. Cultivating the wisdom of listening can transform your relationships, deepen your self-awareness, and open doors to opportunities that might otherwise be missed. Listening begins with presence. Too often, when someone is speaking, we're already forming our response, thinking about our next task, or distracted by our environment. True listening requires you to set aside these distractions and give your full attention to the other person. It's a conscious act of focus that communicates respect and genuine interest. When you listen with presence, you create a space where others feel seen, heard, and valued. One of the greatest challenges of listening is silencing the urge to interject with advice, opinions, or solutions. While these responses might come from a place of good intention, they can sometimes prevent the other person from fully expressing themselves. Instead of immediately offering input, practice active listening. This involves nodding, maintaining eye contact, and asking clarifying questions to show that you're engaged. Active listening helps you truly understand the other person's perspective before forming your response. Listening isn't just about hearing what's said, it's also about picking up on what's left unsaid. Pay attention to body language, tone of voice, and emotional cues. Sometimes the most important part of a conversation lies in these subtle signals. For instance, a friend might say they're fine, but their slumped posture or hesitant tone may tell a different story. By tuning into these unspoken elements, you demonstrate deeper care and understanding. In relationships, the wisdom of listening can be transformative. Many conflicts arise not from a lack of love, but from a lack of understanding. When both parties feel heard, misunderstandings diminish and mutual respect grows. Listening with an open heart allows you to see things from your partner's perspective, even if you don't agree. This doesn't mean you have to abandon your own views, but it does mean valuing theirs enough to give them your full attention. Listening is equally important in professional settings. Whether you're collaborating with a colleague, leading a team, or engaging with a client, the ability to listen actively can set you apart. When you listen well, you gather valuable insights, build trust, and foster an environment where others feel comfortable sharing their ideas. Great leaders understand that their ability to listen is just as critical as their ability to communicate. By listening, they empower others to contribute and innovate. The wisdom of listening also extends inward. Self-listening is the practice of tuning into your own thoughts, emotions, and intuition. In the busyness of daily life, it's easy to ignore your inner voice or suppress your feelings. But when you take the time to listen to yourself, you gain clarity about your needs, desires, and boundaries. Self-listening fosters self-awareness and helps you make choices that align with your authentic self. Listening to others and to yourself requires patience. Some people may take longer to express themselves, or their thoughts may come out in a roundabout way. In these moments, resist the temptation to rush them or finish their sentences. Instead, offer them the gift of time. Patience creates a safe space for honest communication and encourages deeper sharing. Listening is also a pathway to learning. Every person you encounter has something to teach you, whether it's a new perspective, a valuable piece of advice, or a story that broadens your understanding of the world. By approaching conversations with curiosity and an open mind, you not only deepen your relationships, but also expand your knowledge and empathy. One of the most profound aspects of listening is its ability to heal. When someone is struggling or in pain, your willingness to simply listen can be a source of comfort and strength. You don't need to have all the answers or offer the perfect words. Often, just being present and attentive is enough to make someone feel supported. Listening is a form of love. It says, "You matter, and I'm here for you." Cultivating the wisdom of listening takes practice. Start by setting aside dedicated time for meaningful conversations with the people in your life. Put away distractions like your phone or computer and focus entirely on the other person. Practice mindfulness to stay present and remind yourself to listen without judgment or interruption. Over time, these habits will become second nature, enhancing your relationships and your ability to connect. The wisdom of listening is about more than hearing words. It's about honoring the speaker, understanding their message, and responding with care. Whether you're listening to a friend, a stranger, or your own inner voice, the act of truly listening creates a ripple effect of connection and growth. It fosters trust, empathy, and deeper understanding, enriching not only your relationships but also your experience of life itself. When you master the art of listening, you unlock a profound power that allows you to connect with others, yourself, and the world around you in a meaningful and lasting way. Chapter 16. The Art of Patience with Yourself. We often extend patience to others, our friends, family, colleagues, but rarely do we offer the same grace to ourselves. In the rush to achieve, improve, and meet expectations, we can become our harshest critics. Learning to practice patience with yourself is a transformative act of self-love. It's about accepting where you are, embracing your imperfections, and giving yourself the time and space to grow. The journey of life is not a straight path, nor is it the same for everyone. Yet, we often compare ourselves to others, feeling inadequate if we haven't achieved what they have or met certain societal milestones. This self-imposed pressure can lead to frustration, burnout, and even feelings of failure. Patience with yourself begins with recognizing that your journey is uniquely yours. There is no universal timeline for success, happiness, or growth. The sooner you let go of comparisons, the more peace and self-compassion you'll find. Personal growth takes time, and it's often messy. Whether you're learning a new skill, healing from a difficult experience, or working toward a goal, progress is rarely linear. There will be moments of breakthrough and moments of setback. Patience with yourself means understanding that these ups and downs are a natural part of the process. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes or slow progress, acknowledge the effort you're putting in and celebrate the small victories along the way. One of the most critical aspects of self-patience is reframing how you view failure. Failure isn't a reflection of your worth. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. Every stumble teaches you something valuable, whether it's resilience, adaptability, or a new way of approaching a challenge. When you're patient with yourself, you allow room for these lessons without attaching shame or self-judgment to the experience. Being patient with yourself also means honoring your emotions. It's okay to feel frustrated, sad, or even unmotivated at times. These feelings don't make you weak. They make you human. Instead of suppressing or judging your emotions, practice acknowledging them with compassion. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a task, give yourself permission to take a break or ask for help. Recognizing and respecting your emotional needs is a vital part of self-care. Self-patience also involves managing expectations. It's easy to set unrealistic goals or timelines for yourself, only to feel discouraged when you fall short. While ambition is important, so is setting realistic and achievable benchmarks. Break your goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate each milestone. This approach not only makes your goals feel more attainable, but also builds your confidence and motivation. Practicing self-patience requires mindfulness. When you're caught up in self-criticism or impatience, pause and take a deep breath. Reflect on whether your expectations for yourself are fair and whether you'd hold others to the same standard. Often, you'll find that you're much harder on yourself than you would ever be on someone else. By becoming aware of this disparity, you can start to cultivate a kinder, more patient inner dialogue. Another powerful tool for developing self-patience is gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you haven't achieved or where you've fallen short, take time to appreciate how far you've come. Reflect on the challenges you've overcome, the progress you've made, and the effort you've invested in your growth. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, helping you see yourself in a more positive and compassionate light. It's also essential to remember that growth happens in seasons. There will be periods of rapid progress and times when things feel stagnant. Just as nature has cycles of growth, rest, and renewal, so do you. Patience with yourself means respecting these cycles and understanding that rest and reflection are as important as action. Allow yourself to slow down when needed, knowing that it's part of the bigger picture of your growth. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage self-patience. Whether it's a friend, mentor, or therapist, having someone to remind you of your worth and progress can be incredibly grounding. These individuals can help you see your strengths and celebrate your achievements, especially when you're struggling to see them yourself. Practicing patience with yourself is not about lowering your standards or giving up on your goals. It's about recognizing that growth takes time and that you deserve kindness and understanding along the way. By being patient with yourself, you create an environment of self-acceptance and encouragement that allows you to thrive. The art of self-patience is about embracing the journey, imperfections and all. It's a reminder that you're a work in progress, and that's okay. Every step you take, no matter how small, is part of your growth. By being patient with yourself, you not only nurture your potential, but also create a life filled with peace, resilience, and self-love. Chapter 17. The Power of Resilience in Life's Challenges. Life is unpredictable, filled with highs and lows, successes and setbacks. While it's easy to thrive during the good times, true strength lies in how we respond to adversity. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges, adapt to change, and keep moving forward despite difficulties. It's not about avoiding pain or hardship, but about learning to rise stronger after every fall. Cultivating resilience is essential for navigating life's inevitable obstacles with grace and determination. Resilience begins with mindset. How you perceive challenges significantly impacts your ability to overcome them. When faced with adversity, a resilient mindset doesn't see failure as the end, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. It recognizes that setbacks are temporary and that perseverance, not perfection, leads to progress. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" resilience shifts the question to, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective is the foundation of a resilient approach to life. At the core of resilience is self-belief. It's the inner confidence that you have the strength and capability to handle whatever comes your way. Building this confidence involves reflecting on past challenges you've overcome. Remember the times when you thought you wouldn't make it, but did. These experiences serve as proof of your resilience and remind you that you're stronger than you realize. Each obstacle you face adds to your reservoir of strength, making you better equipped for future challenges. Resilience also requires adaptability. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and being flexible in the face of change is crucial. Adapting doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means finding new ways to achieve them when circumstances shift. Imagine a tree in a storm. Its ability to bend with the wind prevents it from breaking. Similarly, resilience allows you to adjust your course while staying rooted in your values and purpose. Another critical aspect of resilience is emotional regulation. Challenges often bring a whirlwind of emotions: fear, anger, sadness, or frustration. Resilience doesn't mean suppressing these feelings. It means acknowledging them and finding healthy ways to process them. Practices like mindfulness, journaling, or talking to a trusted friend can help you navigate intense emotions without becoming overwhelmed. Emotional resilience allows you to stay calm and focused, even in the face of chaos. Building resilience also involves cultivating a strong support network. No one is resilient in isolation. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and encourage you can make a significant difference during tough times. These relationships provide comfort, perspective, and motivation, reminding you that you don't have to face challenges alone. Similarly, being a source of support for others strengthens your own resilience by fostering a sense of community and purpose. Resilience is closely tied to self-care. When you're physically and emotionally depleted, it's harder to cope with challenges. Taking care of your body through proper nutrition, exercise, and rest is foundational to resilience. Equally important is prioritizing mental health. Practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, and taking time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity for building and maintaining resilience. Another powerful tool for resilience is gratitude. When life feels overwhelming, focusing on what's going right, no matter how small, can provide a sense of balance and hope. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what you've lost to what you still have, reminding you of the resources, relationships, and strengths that can help you move forward. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it helps you face them with a more positive and grounded mindset. Resilience also involves having a clear sense of purpose. When you know what you're working toward, it becomes easier to endure difficulties along the way. Purpose provides direction and motivation, acting as a guiding light during dark times. Whether it's a personal goal, a commitment to loved ones, or a desire to contribute to a greater cause, purpose gives meaning to your efforts and fuels your resilience. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel pain or struggle. It's natural to feel discouraged, sad, or even defeated at times. What sets resilient people apart is their ability to acknowledge these feelings without letting them define or paralyze them. Resilience is about finding the strength to take one more step, even when the path feels impossible. It's about trusting that you can and will get through the challenge, no matter how daunting it seems. Cultivating resilience is a lifelong journey. It's not a skill you develop overnight, but a quality you strengthen through each challenge you face. Start by practicing small acts of resilience in your daily life, such as tackling a difficult task, facing a fear, or responding to setbacks with curiosity rather than frustration. Over time, these small acts build the mental and emotional muscles needed to handle larger challenges. Resilience is about more than just surviving. It's about thriving. It's the ability to grow through adversity, emerging not only intact, but stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Resilience empowers you to face life's uncertainties with courage and hope, transforming challenges into stepping stones on your journey of growth. When you embrace resilience, you unlock the strength within you to navigate any storm and build a life of purpose, perseverance, and fulfillment. Chapter 18. The Joy of Living in the Present. In a world that constantly pulls our attention toward the past and the future, learning to live in the present moment can feel like a radical act. We often replay past mistakes or anxieties in our minds or worry endlessly about what lies ahead. But true joy, peace, and fulfillment exist only in the present. Living in the moment is not about ignoring the past or abandoning your plans for the future. It's about fully embracing the life that's unfolding right now. The present moment is the only time you truly have. The past is gone, existing only as memories, and the future is yet to come, shaped by what you do today. When you focus on the present, you align yourself with the flow of life. This alignment brings clarity, reduces stress, and allows you to engage fully with the people, experiences, and opportunities around you. Living in the present isn't just a philosophy, it's a practice that can transform the way you experience life. One of the greatest barriers to living in the present is our tendency to dwell on the past. Regret, guilt, and nostalgia can trap us in a cycle of what-ifs and if-onlys. While reflecting on the past can provide valuable lessons, it's important to recognize that you cannot change what has already happened. Holding on to past mistakes or missed opportunities only drains your energy and prevents you from appreciating the now. By accepting your past and viewing it as part of your journey, you free yourself to focus on the moment at hand. Similarly, worrying about the future can rob you of your present peace. While planning and setting goals are important, excessive worry about what might happen creates unnecessary stress. The truth is, the future is uncertain, and no amount of overthinking can control it. By grounding yourself in the present, you can take meaningful steps toward your goals without being consumed by fear or anxiety about what's ahead. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for living in the present. It's the practice of bringing your attention to the here and now without judgment. Mindfulness can be as simple as focusing on your breath, observing the sensations in your body, or fully immersing yourself in a task. For example, instead of eating your meal while scrolling on your phone, try savoring each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and aromas. This simple act of mindfulness not only enhances your experience, but also anchors you in the present. Living in the present also means letting go of multitasking. In our fast-paced world, multitasking is often seen as a skill, but it actually divides your attention and reduces your ability to fully engage with any one task. By focusing on one thing at a time, you can give it your full energy and presence, leading to better results and greater satisfaction. Whether you're working, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a hobby, being fully present enhances the quality of your experience. Relationships thrive when you live in the moment. When you're present with others, you listen more deeply, connect more authentically, and create meaningful memories. Think about the last time you had a conversation where you felt truly heard and understood. Chances are the other person was fully present with you, undistracted by their phone, thoughts, or to-do list. By offering this same presence to the people in your life, you strengthen your relationships and deepen your bonds. The joy of living in the present also comes from appreciating life's small, everyday moments. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, the feel of a cool breeze. These fleeting experiences are often overlooked when we're focused on the past or future. Yet these moments are the essence of life. By paying attention to them, you cultivate gratitude and discover happiness in the here and now. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities or aspirations. It means approaching them with intention and focus. When you're present, you're more productive, creative, and effective. You bring your full energy to each task, whether it's a work project, a workout, or a conversation. This presence not only improves your performance, but also enhances your enjoyment of the process. Learning to live in the present takes practice. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to simply pause and observe your surroundings. Notice the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. Pay attention to your breathing, allowing it to anchor you in the moment. Gradually, you'll find it easier to bring this awareness into other areas of your life. It's also helpful to reduce distractions. Turn off unnecessary notifications, limit your screen time, and create boundaries around your time and energy. These small changes help you stay focused on what's happening right now instead of being pulled in multiple directions. Living in the present is not about perfection. There will still be moments when your mind wanders to the past or future, and that's okay. What matters is gently bringing yourself back to the now, over and over again. With time and practice, this presence becomes a natural part of your life, bringing with it a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. The joy of living in the present lies in its simplicity. It's not about chasing happiness or waiting for the next big thing. It's about finding contentment in the moment you're in. When you live in the present, you discover that life's greatest joys are not in the grand achievements, but in the small, meaningful moments that make up each day. By embracing the now, you create a life that's not only more peaceful, but also richer, fuller, and infinitely more joyful. Chapter 19. The Beauty of Simplicity. In a world filled with endless distractions, demands, and complexities, the idea of simplicity can feel like a distant dream. Yet, simplicity is not about giving up or doing less. It's about focusing on what truly matters. It's the art of decluttering your life, mind, and heart so that you can experience peace, clarity, and fulfillment. Embracing simplicity isn't just a lifestyle choice. It's a profound mindset shift that allows you to live with intention and purpose. Simplicity begins with understanding what's truly important to you. Modern life often pushes us to accumulate more possessions, achievements, responsibilities, under the illusion that they'll bring happiness. But in chasing after these things, we often lose sight of what genuinely fulfills us. The beauty of simplicity lies in stripping away the unnecessary so that you can focus on the meaningful. It's not about having less, it's about making room for more of what matters: connection, joy, and peace. One of the first steps to embracing simplicity is decluttering your physical space. Our surroundings have a powerful impact on our mental and emotional state. A cluttered home can create a sense of overwhelm, while a clean, organized space fosters calm and focus. Start by evaluating your belongings. What do you truly need and love? Let go of items that no longer serve a purpose or bring you joy. This act of letting go is liberating, creating space not just physically, but also mentally. Simplicity extends beyond your possessions to how you spend your time. In a culture that glorifies busyness, it's easy to fill every moment with activities, obligations, and distractions. But constantly being on leaves little room for rest, creativity, or reflection. Embracing simplicity means prioritizing your time and energy, focusing on what aligns with your values. It's about learning to say no to what doesn't serve you so that you can say yes to what truly matters. Technology, while incredibly useful, can also complicate our lives. The constant stream of notifications, emails, and social media updates pulls us in countless directions. Simplifying your relationship with technology is essential for finding peace. Set boundaries for your screen time, curate your online spaces to eliminate negativity, and create tech-free zones in your life. By reducing digital noise, you create space for more meaningful connections and experiences. Simplicity is also about cultivating mental clarity. Our minds are often cluttered with worries, to-do lists, and the opinions of others. Practicing mindfulness can help you declutter your thoughts and focus on the present. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and let go of mental noise. This practice doesn't just reduce stress, it also helps you approach life with greater clarity and intention. Embracing simplicity in relationships means focusing on quality over quantity. It's not about having a large circle of acquaintances, but about nurturing deep, meaningful connections with the people who matter most. Be present when you're with others, listen with intention, and express gratitude for their presence in your life. By prioritizing these relationships, you build a foundation of love and support that enriches your life. Simplicity also involves shifting your mindset about success and happiness. Society often equates success with wealth, status, or possessions, but true success is living a life that aligns with your values. Happiness isn't found in acquiring more, but in appreciating what you already have. By practicing gratitude, you can shift your focus from lack to abundance, finding joy in the simple pleasures of life, a quiet moment, a kind word, or the beauty of nature. The beauty of simplicity is that it allows you to slow down and savor life. When you're not rushing from one thing to the next, you can fully experience the richness of each moment. Whether it's enjoying a meal, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking a walk, simplicity invites you to be present and engaged. These moments of mindfulness bring a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. Simplicity doesn't mean avoiding challenges or responsibilities. It means approaching them with intention and focus. Instead of trying to do everything, prioritize the tasks and goals that truly matter. By simplifying your commitments, you not only reduce stress, but also increase your effectiveness and satisfaction. Remember, it's better to do a few things well than to spread yourself too thin. The journey to simplicity is ongoing. It's about regularly evaluating your life and making adjustments to stay aligned with your values and goals. As you embrace simplicity, you'll likely find that your definition of success evolves. You'll begin to value experiences over possessions, relationships over recognition, and inner peace over external validation. This shift leads to a life that's not only simpler, but also richer and more meaningful. The beauty of simplicity lies in its ability to bring clarity, peace, and purpose to your life. It's about letting go of what weighs you down and focusing on what lifts you up. By embracing simplicity, you create space for the things that truly matter, allowing you to live with greater joy, intention, and authenticity. In a complicated world, simplicity is a profound gift, a way to reconnect with yourself, your values, and the life you were meant to live. Chapter 20. The Strength of Compassion. Compassion is one of the most powerful forces in the human experience. It has the ability to heal wounds, bridge divides, and create deeper connections between people. Often mistaken for weakness, compassion is, in fact, a profound strength. It requires courage to open your heart, empathy to understand another's pain, and resilience to offer kindness, even in difficult circumstances. By cultivating compassion, you not only transform the lives of those around you, but also enrich your own life with purpose, connection, and peace. At its core, compassion is the act of recognizing someone else's suffering and taking steps to alleviate it. It goes beyond sympathy, which is feeling sorry for someone, to a deeper sense of empathy and a desire to help. Compassion requires you to step outside of yourself, to see the world through someone else's eyes, and to respond with kindness. This act of selflessness not only benefits others, but also brings immense fulfillment and meaning to your own life. The strength of compassion lies in its ability to foster connection. In a world where people often feel isolated or misunderstood, compassion creates a bridge between individuals. When you show genuine care for someone else's struggles, you validate their experiences and remind them that they're not alone. This connection can be transformative, offering hope and support during challenging times. Compassion also teaches you the importance of humility. It reminds you that everyone, including yourself, faces struggles, failures, and moments of vulnerability. By recognizing the shared humanity in others, you let go of judgment and cultivate a sense of equality. This perspective fosters deeper relationships and a more harmonious community, as people feel valued and respected for who they are. One of the most challenging aspects of compassion is extending it to those who have hurt you. Forgiveness, a key component of compassion, doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior or forgetting what happened. It means letting go of anger, resentment, and the desire for revenge. Holding on to these emotions only hurts you, keeping you trapped in a cycle of pain. By practicing forgiveness, You free yourself from the weight of negativity and create space for healing and peace. Compassion isn't limited to others. It also involves being kind to yourself. Self-compassion is the practice of treating yourself with the same understanding and care you would offer a friend. It's about recognizing your own struggles without judgment, offering yourself kindness instead of criticism, and giving yourself permission to make mistakes and grow. Self-compassion is essential for resilience, as it helps you navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. In relationships, compassion is a foundation for trust and intimacy. It allows you to listen deeply, understand your partner's feelings, and respond with empathy rather than defensiveness. Compassionate communication, free of blame or judgment, fosters mutual respect and strengthens your connection. This quality is equally important in friendships and family relationships, where acts of kindness and understanding can deepen bonds and resolve conflicts. Compassion also plays a vital role in leadership. Leaders who approach their teams with compassion inspire loyalty, collaboration, and creativity. By understanding the challenges their team members face and offering support, compassionate leaders create a positive and productive environment. They prioritize the well-being of their team, which ultimately leads to greater success and satisfaction for everyone involved. Practicing compassion requires patience and mindfulness. It's easy to become overwhelmed by your own problems or distracted by the busyness of life, but mindfulness helps you stay present and aware of the needs of others. By pausing to truly listen and observe, you can identify opportunities to offer compassion, whether it's through a kind word, a helping hand, or simply being there for someone in need. Compassion also requires courage. It takes bravery to face someone else's pain, especially when it triggers your own vulnerabilities or fears. However, this courage is what makes compassion so powerful. It allows you to move beyond your comfort zone, to engage with the world in a meaningful way, and to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Another profound aspect of compassion is its ripple effect. A single act of kindness can inspire others to pay it forward, creating a chain of positivity and goodwill. Whether it's helping a stranger, supporting a friend, or advocating for a cause, your compassionate actions have the potential to touch countless lives. This ripple effect not only spreads kindness, but also strengthens your own sense of purpose and connection to the world. Cultivating compassion begins with small, intentional acts. Start by practicing active listening, offering a genuine compliment, or showing appreciation for someone's efforts. Look for opportunities to help, whether it's volunteering in your community, checking in on a friend, or simply being present for someone who needs support. Over time, these acts of compassion become second nature, enriching your life and the lives of those around you. The strength of compassion lies in its ability to unite, heal, and inspire. It's a reminder that, despite our differences, we're all connected by the shared human experience of joy, pain, and hope. By embracing compassion, you create a ripple effect of kindness that transforms your relationships, your community, and your world. In giving to others, you discover the true strength of your own heart, and in that discovery, you find the beauty of living with purpose, love, and grace. Chapter 21. The Freedom of Forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the most misunderstood and underappreciated acts of strength. Many people see it as a sign of weakness, thinking that forgiving means condoning the wrongs done to them or excusing harmful behavior. But true forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger, resentment, and pain. It's an act of liberation that allows you to reclaim your peace, heal your heart, and move forward with your life. Holding on to grudges and resentment is like carrying a heavy weight everywhere you go. It consumes your energy, clouds your perspective, and often hurts you far more than it affects the person who wronged you. Forgiveness is the process of setting down that weight, not because the other person deserves it, but because you deserve to live without the emotional chains of the past. The first step in forgiveness is understanding that it doesn't erase or minimize what happened. Forgiving someone doesn't mean that their actions were acceptable or that you're required to maintain a relationship with them. Instead, forgiveness is about separating the person from the act, recognizing their humanity, and choosing to release the power their actions have over you. It's a way of saying, I will not let this hurt define me or control my future. Forgiveness also requires acknowledging your pain. Many people avoid forgiving because they don't want to confront the depth of their hurt. But healing begins with honesty. Allow yourself to feel the anger, sadness, or betrayal without judgment. Expressing these emotions, whether through journaling, talking to someone you trust, or seeking professional help, is an essential part of the healing process. By facing your pain, you take the first step toward releasing it. Empathy plays a crucial role in forgiveness. While it may feel impossible in the moment, trying to see the situation from the other person's perspective can be transformative. This doesn't mean justifying their actions, but rather understanding what might have led them to act the way they did. Were they acting out of fear, ignorance, or their own unresolved pain? Empathy doesn't excuse their behavior, but it humanizes them, making it easier to let go of the anger that keeps you tied to the past. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you need to reconcile with them. In some cases, maintaining distance is the healthiest choice. Forgiveness is about your inner state, not the external relationship. You can forgive someone in your heart while setting boundaries to protect yourself from further harm. This distinction is important because it reminds you that forgiveness is an act of self-care, not a concession to the other person. Forgiveness also extends to yourself. Many people carry guilt and regret over past mistakes, judging themselves harshly for their perceived failures. But self-forgiveness is just as vital as forgiving others. Recognize that you're human, and like everyone else, you're learning and growing. Instead of dwelling on your mistakes, focus on what you've learned and how you've grown from them. Self-forgiveness is a powerful act of compassion that allows you to move forward with greater self-awareness and self-love. The process of forgiveness takes time. It's not a single moment of release, but a journey of letting go, layer by layer. Some days you may feel at peace, while on others, the pain might resurface. Be patient with yourself and honor your progress, no matter how small. Each step you take toward forgiveness brings you closer to freedom and healing. Forgiveness also brings immense benefits to your physical and mental health. Studies show that holding on to anger and resentment can lead to increased stress, higher blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. In contrast, forgiveness reduces stress, improves emotional well-being, and fosters a greater sense of peace and balance. By letting go of resentment, you create space for joy, gratitude, and positive energy to flow into your life. One of the most profound aspects of forgiveness is the freedom it brings. When you forgive, you reclaim the power that anger and resentment held over you. You no longer define yourself by what happened, but by how you chose to rise above it. Forgiveness allows you to step into a future unburdened by the weight of the past, opening the door to new possibilities and experiences. Practicing forgiveness doesn't mean you'll never feel anger or hurt again. These emotions are natural, and they serve as signals that something needs attention. The difference is that, with forgiveness, you no longer hold on to these emotions or let them control your life. You acknowledge them, address them, and then let them go, creating space for healing and growth. The freedom of forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It's an act of courage and strength, a declaration that your peace and happiness matter more than holding on to pain. By forgiving, you free yourself to live fully in the present, unburdened by the weight of the past. Forgiveness is not just a moment, it's a way of life, a path to liberation, and a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Chapter 22. The Value of Authenticity. In a world where people are often encouraged to conform, perform, or fit into predefined molds, the courage to be authentic can feel revolutionary. Authenticity is the act of living true to yourself, your values, your passions, and your unique identity. It's about shedding masks, letting go of external expectations, and embracing the person you truly are. Choosing authenticity is not always easy, but it is one of the most liberating and fulfilling paths you can take in life. Authenticity begins with self-awareness. To live authentically, you must first understand who you are. What are your values, strengths, and passions? What brings you joy, and what feels misaligned with your soul? Many people spend their lives chasing goals that society, family, or peers have defined for them, only to realize that these pursuits don't bring genuine fulfillment. Taking the time to reflect on your true desires and priorities is the foundation of authenticity. Being authentic also means accepting yourself, flaws and all. Society often pressures us to present a polished, perfect version of ourselves, hiding our imperfections and struggles. But true authenticity is rooted in self-acceptance. It's about acknowledging that you are human, with strengths and weaknesses, and embracing yourself fully. When you stop striving for perfection and start valuing your uniqueness, you unlock a deeper sense of peace and self-worth. Living authentically requires courage. It means being willing to stand out, speak your truth, and make choices that align with your values, even if they're unpopular or misunderstood. For example, pursuing a career path that reflects your passions rather than societal expectations might draw criticism or doubt from others. But authenticity isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about honoring your own journey. The rewards of this courage are immense, a life that feels meaningful, fulfilling, and true to you. Authenticity also transforms relationships. When you show up as your true self, you attract people who appreciate and resonate with who you are, rather than the persona you might have constructed to fit in. This creates deeper, more meaningful connections based on trust and mutual respect. Conversely, living inauthentically can lead to relationships that feel shallow or draining, as they're built on a facade rather than your genuine self. One of the barriers to authenticity is the fear of rejection. It's natural to worry that being fully yourself might lead to criticism, judgment, or exclusion. But the reality is that not everyone will understand or accept you, and that's okay. Authenticity isn't about being liked by everyone. It's about being true to yourself and finding the people and opportunities that align with your essence. By embracing this mindset, you free yourself from the need for external validation. Living authentically also means aligning your actions with your values. It's one thing to know what you believe in, but it takes integrity to consistently act in accordance with those beliefs. For example, if you value honesty, being authentic means speaking the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. If you value kindness, it means treating others with compassion, even when it's challenging. This alignment between your inner values and outer actions creates a sense of harmony and purpose in your life. Authenticity is not static. It's a dynamic process of growth and discovery. As you evolve, so too will your understanding of yourself and your values. Embracing authenticity means being open to this evolution, allowing yourself to change and adapt without losing sight of your core essence. It's about remaining true to who you are in each phase of life, even as that identity shifts over time. Authenticity also involves vulnerability. Being authentic means allowing yourself to be seen, even in your moments of uncertainty, fear, or imperfection. This vulnerability is a powerful act of connection, as it invites others to share their own truths. It fosters deeper understanding and empathy, breaking down barriers and creating spaces where everyone feels safe to be themselves. In professional settings, authenticity is a key ingredient for success and fulfillment. When you bring your authentic self to work, you're more likely to find roles and opportunities that align with your strengths and passions. Authentic leaders inspire trust and loyalty, as their transparency and integrity create a culture of respect and collaboration. By being authentic in your career, you not only achieve success, but also feel genuinely aligned with your work. Practicing authenticity requires mindfulness and intentionality. Pay attention to the moments when you feel most connected to yourself. What are you doing and who are you with? Conversely, notice when you feel disconnected or pressured to conform. These moments are valuable clues about what aligns with your true self and what doesn't. Use this awareness to make choices that reflect your authenticity. Another powerful way to cultivate authenticity is by surrounding yourself with supportive people who celebrate your uniqueness. These individuals encourage you to be yourself and provide a safe space for growth and exploration. At the same time, let go of relationships or environments that demand conformity or make you feel unworthy. The people who truly matter will love and accept you for who you are. The value of authenticity lies in the freedom it brings. When you live authentically, you no longer feel the need to wear masks or seek approval from others. You move through life with confidence, clarity, and a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that you're living in alignment with your true self. Authenticity is a gift you give to yourself and the world, a declaration that you are enough, just as you are. By embracing your authenticity, you create a life that's not only meaningful, but also uniquely and beautifully yours. As you journey through life, you'll inevitably face moments of uncertainty, struggle, and change. This book has explored profound lessons about trusting the flow of life, cultivating patience, and finding peace in imperfection. These lessons are not just strategies for coping, they are paths to living fully, authentically, and with purpose. The central thread running through all these lessons is the idea of letting go of control, unrealistic expectations, past pain, and the need for constant validation. Letting go is not about giving up, it's about creating space for growth, for love, for clarity, and for joy. It's about trusting that life, with all its unpredictability, will guide you to where you need to be. Life is a delicate balance of effort and surrender, of action and acceptance. By aligning yourself with the natural rhythms of existence, you allow yourself to thrive without forcing, to grow without resistance, and to love without fear. Trust that everything you've experienced, every step you've taken, has prepared you for the next chapter of your journey. You've learned that true strength lies in vulnerability, that resilience is born from challenges, and that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. You've discovered the power of gratitude to unlock abundance and the beauty of simplicity to bring clarity. Each of these lessons is a tool to help you navigate life with wisdom and grace. As you move forward, remember that the greatest fulfillment comes not from chasing perfection, but from embracing the present moment and living authentically. Be patient with yourself, for growth is a process, not a destination. Honor your unique journey, celebrate your progress, and trust that what's meant for you will find its way into your life. This book is not just a guide, it's an invitation to release what no longer serves you, to connect deeply with yourself and others, and to live with courage and intention. By letting go and embracing the flow of life, you open the door to a world of possibilities, a life of purpose, and the freedom to be truly and beautifully you. Let this be your mantra as you step into each new day. I trust the process. I embrace the journey. I am enough, and I am free.